Katerina Zareva reporting there. Let's now return to those developments in Libya, and we'll get more analysis from former Pentagon official Michael Maloof. He's live in our studio there in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. Well, after almost 6 months of stalemate, the rebel assault on Tripoli came as a surprise to many, but it has led to reports that foreign elements such as special forces from Qatar, the United Arab Emirates and indeed Western countries were involved. Do you think that could be true?
Yeah, I do think it's true. I think that the foreign powers have always exceeded the UN mandate. And I think this is been one of the concerns early on in the United Nations Security Council, particularly by Russia, that the resolution 1973 would be exceeded, and I believe it has been. Now you will hear that the Europeans and people who have been guiding this effort to oust Gaddafi are basically saying that it's not true, but they had to. The rebels had to have had some expert assistance in moving and in logistical support of some kind throughout all of this.
So just to make it clear, would those people be providing assistance and support rather than be fighting themselves?
Yeah, they'd be there as advisors and moving people around or suggesting how to deploy. And also you got to have coordination with the NATO forces. So there had to be somebody on the ground to coordinate targets for NATO aircraft to bomb.
But we have indeed seen a distinct lack of coordination in various phases of this conflict, and some suggest that the rebels' advance has actually now left them to be quite thinly spread, and in fact they could be open to a counterattack by loyalist forces still. Do you think that could be likely?
Well, I think it's very likely. The fact that Gaddafi has not given up, the fact, too, that you still have 2,000 tribes that have pledged support to Gaddafi. We haven't heard from them yet. And I think that it's conceivable that, and I don't know for sure, but it's conceivable that this could be a strategic retreat on his part to basically begin waging a guerrilla warfare. And I think it's going to depend upon what the rebels do to try and shore up security there, because right now it looks like it's very haphazard. They're shooting in the air. They all have guns, and it's very undisciplined. So and I don't see the Transitional Council doing anything to try and bring all of this under control, and I think that is and I think that could play into Gaddafi's hands very easily.
And what about Gaddafi's forces, those loyalist forces? I don't know about you, but all the media reports I've seen, I've never really seen them. They seem to me like an invisible army. We see plenty of images of the rebel forces, but where exactly could they be now? I mean, have they actually withdrawn? Have they fallen apart? I mean, you say they could gather again to oppose those rebels, but exactly where are they?
I think they've gone into a guerrilla warfare mode. That's the impression I'm getting. Plus, I think they've probably moved a lot of their heavier stuff out or have hidden them. You got mountains out there, believe it or not, and they may have moved them away from the city area in order to preserve what they might have. Where are all the Scuds? Where's all of the chemical weapons that he is said to have? I don't think that those have been discovered yet.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point, of course, isn't it? And some are concerned that maybe Gaddafi could go out with a very big bang, using those as a great way to the world, and obviously martyring himself and taking many people with him.
Well, I think it could be a prolonged effort, because I think this stage might be that he's going to undertake guerrilla warfare if he's not captured, and the fact that his army has not been contained, I think, is also problematic. Now, you've had some defections, certainly, but for the most part, there still is shooting and sniping, and frankly, I don't believe the guerrillas really have control of the entire country. You've got other areas outside of the northern portion that where they could recede back to and actually plan a strategy to attack another day and actually continue tactical continue attacks into Tripoli or even into Benghazi, and even disrupt oil pipelines and what have you. They could be very, very disruptive. And I just don't see where there's any effort to bring together an alternative to counter that. And again, the unknown are these tribesmen. And the fact that they are still out there and they support him, I think we have not, I don't believe we've seen the end of this.
Well, thanks so much for your considered thoughts on this. Really interesting to hear what you have to say. Michael Maloof, former Pentagon official, joining us live there in Washington, D.C. Thank you.
Thank you.